Everybody.
Planet Earth is filled with 7.5 billion people, each person with their own set of characteristics. But what exactly makes a person's character? What sets the 7.5 billion to the one individual? And when you get to the one individual, what defines and shapes them into the person that they are? Do they have a good character or do they have a bad character? Trying to think of your own characteristics can be a daunting task, one that many people try to avoid. Asking family members or friends can be even worse. What if they say something bad? Therefore, I found a characteristic assessment online that allowed me to discover what my top character attributes are. According to viacharacter.org, my top 3 character attributes are kindness, love, and perspective. Today, I will fill you in on how kindness, love, and perspectives sets me away from the masses. Life is hard, and since no one makes it out alive, you should help as many people along the way as possible. Being kind is something that comes naturally to me. If I can fulfill a need, I tend to jump at the opportunity to help someone out. I have a genuine desire to help those in need. In an attempt to not sound boastful, I asked my husband what a specific example of my kindness is. He replied with his favorite. As we were driving home from youth group one night, I saw a man walking on the side of the road pushing his moped. It was pitch black outside and about to rain. I quickly prompted Scott to turn around and help the man out. Luckily, we got to him in enough time before the rain started. We were able to help him get home. You could say that my kindness is motivated by my love for others, which brings me to my next characteristic, love. How do you define love when it is so commonly used? I love new shoes. I love to go to the mountains. I love my husband. I love everything. When someone says that they are a loving person, what does that mean? In my opinion, the Apostle Paul describes love perfectly in 1 Corinthians 13. There is a reason that that scripture is so commonly read at weddings. It hits the nail right on the head. One way I choose to love my husband is through football. To be honest, I hate football. I think it's pretty pointless. But my husband is a football enthusiast, so since I love him, I will go to games with him and sit there in boredom. One aspect of love that I find particularly difficult is patience. For example, when I have an idea that I want to come to life, I want it to come to life immediately, despite the fact that it could take months to actually execute. When my husband and I bought our home, the only thing I wanted to change was the kitchen. I wanted red walls and gray cabinets. I found a DIY tutorial on Pinterest that would eliminate the sanding step of redoing cabinets. What could go wrong? Nothing. Right? Wrong. Something that should have only taken 1 month to sand, stain, and seal cabinets ended up taking 7 months, 3 colors, and sanding the cabinets twice. I'd like to think that my patience grew in this season of life, but then again, I am a work in progress. Lastly, we arrive at perspective. How can this be an attribute that sets one apart from many? In a world with so many people, there tends to be a lot of opinions floating around. Should you kneel during the national anthem in protest, or should you stand? Should prayer be allowed in school, or should it be banned? These are some heavy topics that can cause a lot of heated discussions and ruined friendships. Something I find rare is one who can stand firm in their beliefs, have a debate, and remain friends with the other person. One example is abortion. I proudly stand on the pro-life side. I have many friends that are pro-choice. They've heard me out and I've heard them out, and we're still friends. I know women who have had abortions, and I haven't shunned them out of my life. Instead, I continue to love them and offer wise counsel when needed. All in all, I would like to think that my character sets me apart from others. I am kind when it seems difficult. I choose love when it's not always convenient. And even though I don't always agree with friends, I happily see their perspective. There are 7.5 billion people in this world. Who are you, and what sets you apart?